Published 2213 est. The 22nd of November 2017. Updated 0553 est. The 23rd of November 2017. Keeping the spark alive in a long-term relationship can be fraught, especially if you're juggling a hectic workday, family commitments, or even a flagging libido. But as in relationship expert Cyndi Darnell points out, enjoying an active life isn't just reserved for those newly paired up, it's also as important for those together over the long haul. If you expect that lust is going to be the motivator for in a long-term relationship, you are deluded, she told FEMAIL. Lust thrives on imagination, that thrives on time, that thrives on creativity, which is reduced in family life and reduced after children. Here, we debunk the great myth of how many times a week you should be having to ways you can introduce new ideas, and reveal the top 5 things you can do keep those passionate flames burning. Sex and relationship expert Cyndi Darnell pictured reveals the ways you can keep your life smoldering. Make eroticism a priority. Given it's harder and harder for couples to find time to connect, it's important there's room in a relationship for better, but not necessarily more frequent. Cyndi said there's little point to trying to fit into a busy lifestyle because it doesn't work. If it worked, people would do it. Squeezing it in after a 12-hour day is futile because you're tired. Having at night when you're tired isn't very why. Fulfilling is more likely to happen when you're relaxed, when you have fewer time pressures, when you're able to engage in the kind of you had when you were dating. It's important for couples to make time to connect, said the therapist. Fulfilling is more likely to happen when you're relaxed. She suggests couples make time to have a priority, and said it's likely this won't happen 3 or 4 times a week. Sometimes folk get confused thinking frequency is important. I am more inclined to say quality is important. If you're able to do it once a week, or once a fortnight, or once a month, that's okay. It's the quality of the connection. Exploring or introducing new ideas. Cyndi is of the opinion that because our culture is so uncomfortable talking about, we're as likely to default to doing it, rather than discussing it first. When we don't communicate about, we let anxiety take over. When anxiety is making erotic decisions, things can get very messy, she said. The expert urges couples to consider openly talking about what they like or think they may want to try, rather than stridently stating what they don't like, rather saying I hate it when you do that. Instead, try saying this is what I like. I really like it when you kiss me here. I really like it when you touch me like that. Saying to someone don't do that doesn't tell them anything about what you do want them to do. The expert urges couples to consider openly talking about what they like or think they may want to try watching with your partner. Though the relationship expert noting isn't necessarily for everyone, she did say it can be a useful tool for couples who want to exploring a variety of youre ideas. Sometimes if one partner is a little more reluctant than the other, it can be useful to let the more reluctant partner choose the kind of they want to, because there are so many varieties these days. It used to be very much focused on a particular style or favoring a particular gender, but now there are so many other kinds. It's not all huge boobs and ejaculating on people's faces. There's a whole lot of other stuff which brings different kinds of eroticism into play, such as exploring power dynamics. Be willing to explore that. The wing might not be for everyone. Cyndi did say it can be a useful tool for couples who want to explore a variety of youre ideas. Feeling good about your body in bed. Chances are our bodies aren't necessarily going to look the way we'd like them to, but Cyndi said this shouldn't be a reason to stop having. If this is the case, choose positions that are more flattering, or choose dim lighting, or wear clothing that enhances that parts of your body you do like, she said. If you think you've got pretty feet or pretty ankles or a nice collarbone or pretty hands, emphasize those things. Men, if you don't like your belly, or think your penis is too small, focus on other things you can do to bring pleasure to your partner in different ways. If you're waiting to feel perfect, you're never going to have the kind of you want, Cyndi added. Don't let how you feel about your body stop you from having. Instead, choose to emphasize those aspects of your body you like. Instead, spend time thinking about. The therapist draws an analogy between food and saying when she asks clients the kind of foods they like, they can tell her easily because they've been willing to try it, but she said we don't give ourselves the same freedom with. If you don't spend any time thinking about the you want, it's going to be very difficult for you to be able to have the kind of you want. That's not to say you should try absolutely everything, but if there is no curiosity and there is no willingness, you're going to be wondering why you are unsatisfied. Cyndi also believes women should become more aware about how their bodies work. Cyndi believes women should become more aware about how their bodies work. For a lot of women, their genitals are a mystery, the expert said, so it's really important to find out what's going on in your pants, to understand how it works, and to recognize that penis and vagina for the vast majority of women does not produce an orgasm, and that does not make you abnormal. She said it's fundamentally important for women to learn about their bodies, either by exploring their bodies through masturbation, or through educating themselves in other ways. When we are taught in a high school, it's all about how to make a baby, but the reality is most adults aren't having to make a baby, she concluded.